It's a beautiful illusion that we're in. Can we take a minute to sit back and admire the design together? Just to be seated in the stillness and observe the complexities and intricacies of our surroundings in this material plane. I'm hearing in the immersion. I'm seeing the immersive, tangible experience where we lose ourselves to find the pleasure in finding ourselves once again. And I'm seeing it as hide and go seek with your own soul. And I'm seeing some of us hiding from ourselves, or where we have been hiding from ourselves. I have 3 messages to open up with, and it's going to be a free flow. Yeah, I feel it's so important to reconnect with at this time. I'm hearing, especially on the day that this finds you, this is just going to be a remembrance. There's some type of collision where I don't know how to explain it. I'm just seeing like a collision where I'm seeing an exaltation happen. So something ends up exalting your field. The moment that you call your life force back from the matrix, you neutralize your relationship to it and you tune in with your own divinity. Now, this is the first one. Ready? Start seeing everything as God, but keep it a secret. This is by Hafiz. I'm going to repeat that. Start seeing everything as God, but keep it a secret. There's this quiet awareness that not everything has to look like light for it to be light. Everything was birthed from this one source and will return to that same source. We're all children of light, learning to return to that wisdom once again. And as Thoth says, return back to your formless nature before returning back to the light. And you're seated inside of this system, merging your divine nature with your human nature. And I'm seeing that is the reconnection with your own divinity inside of the human body. Your stardust wrapped in skin, the light that you've been seeking has always been within. And there's something that you've gone within and you've discovered within yourself. I'm just seeing something being illuminated within the depths of your own psyche. And what is the psyche? It's the soul meeting the physical form. It's the merging that takes place. This is the second one. We're all one. Only egos, beliefs, and fears separate us. Nikola Tesla. And this last one. Real development is not measured by what you can reach. It's measured by what you can carry without distortion. I'm going to say that one more time for the people in the back, okay? If you know, you know. I know a couple of you are laughing at that one. Okay. Real development is not measured by what you can reach. It's measured by what you can carry without distortion. So I'm going to pull a message. All right, this is designed to be a quick reading because I actually don't have a time crunch. But, you know, we have coordinates within space-time, and our human responsibilities can sometimes pull us away from our own divinity. But how can you be present no matter what it is? I'm seeing something around you being present within the most mundane experiences. It reminds me of what Abigail said, and I'm not going to be able to articulate it as beautifully as she had. But she, you know, I remember she said something around being in the car. I'll give an example, like picking up a child from school, seeing this butterfly, or it reminds me of when I was doing Qigong in the ocean the other day, and there was like this butterfly in what felt like the middle of the ocean that was just coming and saying hello. And there's just this moment that you really can't capture on camera. I'm seeing you can't capture it in the physical realm. I'm hearing, how could you capture the very field that you are? You can't even capture the localized vessel within the field because you're the very field that's holding the vessel itself. You're inseparable from the very thing that the human often attempts to attach itself to. And so attachment becomes the root, I'm seeing, of destruction, but it becomes the root of suffering, because the ego can cling to something that it believes it's separate from, when in the highest order and the highest truth is How could you be separate from anything? You are inseparable from the cosmos itself. You are an expression of this cosmic force, this unified force. We all are. It's all that we've ever been, it's all that we will be, and it's all that was. If you know, you know. Damn. Okay, let's get a theme. Of course you do. You have the weaver. You're weaving your magic, my love. You are weaving your magic. And look at this. What does that look like? It looks like the abyss bird, right? With thought energy. The weaver is also known as the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is someone that is actually studying. They're studying. They are gathering knowledge. I'm hearing intel and sending that back to the source code. All right, hold on. I'm going to read this real quick because, guys, I actually don't have that much time, but at the same time, we have all the time in the world. All right, hold on. You're this eternal being experiencing temporal moments through time. But there's something around as the distance is closing right now. I'm hearing the illusion of separation is closing. I'm just seeing like atoms, I don't know, or electrons really like jumping and getting more excited. You're just an electron looking for a place to rest. It kind of gives me that energy. I'm seeing like things circulate you, and then also something to do with your field. I don't know, something to do with your field and what it is you're drawing in. Anyway, let me find the weaver real quick. Where are you? This is a swords card, so let me see if I can find you. Right, the weaver and the Page of Swords here is knees pressed into the snow. A winged woman weaves glistening threads into her loom. As she works magic with her hands, the threads whip around in elegant ribbons in the cold winter air. The weaver is a master storyteller and uses the power of the mind to craft tales and stories that captivate even the least interested audiences. The weaver designs intricate tales that spin together into beautiful dances. When this card appears, it indicates that now is a good time to begin developing what you hope to manifest in the near future. The weaver can represent a powerful mind, one that is inspiring and extraordinary. Remember to be thoughtful with what you hope to achieve. A little exaggeration makes a story sing, but be careful not to weave a tale too hard to maintain. Ooh. I feel like I'm an audience in the show of your own life right now, and that's the theme. So there's something around a tale. All right, this is the part of your story. All right, this reminds me of Spirit showing me this scene. I remember when I was shifting, it kind of reminds me of this meme where it says, "What do you mean I can't collapse timelines when the old ones get boring?" It's something around new decisions that you're making to, you know, help your life or just make things more exciting. And what was the message that was coming through? It was, what do you mean? Ooh, something, I don't know, there's something that you're doing that's getting like a response or reaction, but I'm seeing it as like the non-physical realm. There's something around the bleeding between two realms of the invisible, the intangible and the tangible. I just keep seeing them. I'm like, ooh, you know when someone's watching something like this? Oh, I like this part of the dream. That's what it was. Those who look inside awaken within the dream, right? Those who look outside are dreaming. You're not just living inside of the mind of source, but you're also living inside of your dream. You're not just dreaming this experience into being, you're actively living inside of your dream too. Now, these I'm hearing subtle reframing the perspective of how you're seeing yourself. I'm hearing how you're actually perceiving your own higher intelligence. It's going to be imperative for this stage of your journey. Then we have Six of Wands. Oh, Six of Wands is like it's a public recognition card if you don't know. Six of Wands in this deck has a different meaning. I'm going to go ahead and read it for you. Ooh. And it kind of looks like a Six of Swords energy. If you know the Six of Swords is somebody going on a transition. But it talks about success. So it feels like a story is being told and you're being recognized for what that story is. All right. It's like you're clapping for yourself without seeking applause. And and there's a paradox because in not seeking out applause, it's like you're being applauded. Okay, interesting. What does that mean, I wonder? There's like a message in regards to, you know, the clapping from the audience, but you can't hear it when you're on the stage because it kind of blacks out everything. So it could be silent support. After harrowing difficulties of the 5 of Embers, you are met with not 1, but 6 suns rising. The earth is rewarding your determination with a display of its surreal beauty, painting the sky in brilliant deep oranges and reds. The pool of lava has steadied and its movement. Oh my god, I can't even talk because I keep seeing something to do with that's how you're going to be looking at your own life experience, where the stories in which you're about to tell, like your soul is like, ooh, I'm seeing it as like shooting stars or just some kind of galactic event that's happening within the cosmos of your own internal being. I'm just seeing something around admiration for your own soul's journey. Like when you can be your own source of inspiration, you've made it. Okay, I'm hearing when you become your own muse and what pours out of you. The pool of lava has steadied its movement as if it too is appreciating the immense beauty of the moment. Yeah, it's something like, I did it. You know, it kind of reminds you of that energy, like the successes and whom it is that you've become. 6 suns rising shows itself when we need to recognize a victory. You have reached a point in your process where you can finally see how far you've come. You've remembered yourself inside of the game, inside of the contract. What do you want to do from this point moving forward? While your journey is not over yet, it's okay to let yourself be absorbed in this moment. Even your minor successes are gifts worth celebrating. When you start to appreciate yourself, you'll find that you are capable of so much more. The illusion of separation. Again, real development is not measured by what you can reach. It's measured by what you can carry without distortion. And the distortion is that you were ever limited as just human. And there's something around the appreciation or the playground of seeing this place as not just a training ground for consciousness, but it's also a playground for the soul, where you get to experience seesaws and you get to experience slides, and I'm seeing snakes and ladders, and there's all kinds of games that you can participate in. And there's some games that you're done playing. There's some games that you're about to be exploring that I'm seeing are now like age appropriate, but not physical age. It's more about the soul maturation, and true maturation, I'm hearing, or spiritual integrity, is remembering that you are more non-physical than you are physical. And there are energetic exchanges with each game that you play. I'm hearing each level. Something to do with consciousness you reach comes with new ecosystems of timelines. I'm hearing that are designed to exercise your consciousness in new, profound ways. It's like progressive overload, my love. Like the more you lift, then you're training your body, your vessel, your vehicle. It's some kind of spiritual stamina or exercise. That's what I'll say. The High Priestess doesn't have the same test as the Page of Swords. And it feels like there's a Page of Swords kind of test that you have right now to learn. And the more that we learn, the more that we have to learn. And there's something that's going to be super mentally just stimulating for you at this stage of your journey. You're going to have a lot more stories to tell and a lot more stories to live. I'm hearing you haven't even yet lived out some of your greatest life experiences. I'm hearing it's the tales in which you're going to be able to live. Yeah, I'm seeing it as like an elder telling like their life story. You haven't even yet lived out the best chapter. Like you're about to be seated inside of a reality where it's like, I really like this part of the dream. It kind of reminds me of that. So I'm gonna love and leave you right there. And there's element in that surprise. I feel like let's not spoil the surprise. Queen of Wands here is at the base. So this is about the mystic rebel. So there's something that you're going to be coming down and sharing with society when it comes to the journeys that we're going to be embarking on. So just enjoy them, right? Just enjoy them, collect and gather your data. And I'm going to love and leave you right there. So if you're not already subscribed to the channel, do consider subscribing. We'd love to have you around. Personal reading details are also down below. Also check out Autospirit if you guys are looking for some high quality AAE grade gemstones. 1/4 of the proceeds are donated towards Auto Sanctuaries. And I'll speak to you very, very soon. Until next time, bye.